This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed, for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kwadash. Yahweh being the name of the Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh, meaning He exists. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushai. Yahi Hawashai, delivers, meaning He delivers. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Rakaha Kwadash, Spirit Holy. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach well and rule well. Peace and salutation to the Akim, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwathium listening and learning in sincerity and truth and in silence. Shalom. Akim means brothers. Akwathium, sisters. Shalom meaning peace be unto you in the Paleo Hebrew. It's your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin camp here in Toronto with another lesson. And we'll get right into it. Lamentations 4, verse 17. And this is the mindset of Jake. 2/3 of our people. Right? As for us, Lamentations 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. Right? Because Jake always expects Daddy Esau, the government, aka government, the system, to help with stimulus, bailouts, relocations, right? In America, they call it Section 8. Up here, it's called the welfare system. They always expect that Jake is always looking to lean on Daddy Esau, right? Meanwhile, it's the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who's put us in these predicaments. We are under the curses, right? Vain help, empty help. Esau can't save you, man. The government can't save you. The system can't save you. One thing alone can save you. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Bahashem Rakaha Kwadash. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us, right? No amount of pandering and press releases of kings and princes, aka mayors, presidents, Congress, governors, saying they're going to do this and do that is going to save you, man. Ultimately, these wicked elites, these ruling class elites, these banking families, they want to destroy Israel. Israel being a people before a place. You so-called indigenous, you so-called Latino, you so-called Negro. Verse 18. And speckled birds, Salakia, those that look like the other nations. But their bloodline, their spirit goes back to Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob through their fathers. Verse 18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets, right? Jake getting shot down day in and day out by the police. Right? It's modern. That's just modern day slave catching, modern day lynching. Right? Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Verse 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. Right? The eagles, the symbol of Rome in the ancient world was the eagle. The symbol of America, the great Babylon the Great, is the eagle. We know we are in Rome. We know we are in the revised Roman Empire, Rome 2.0, America the Great, Babylon the Great. Our persecutors, right, are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness, right? They want to destroy Jake, right? But it's the Lord has given them the power. Right, what does it say in Daniel 7? It says, in their hands for a times and a times past. So let's get it. I don't want to butcher it. Daniel 7 verse 25. And it reads, and he shall speak great words against the Most High. Right, nothing but blaspheme comes out of the mouth of Esau, Edom, the ruling class elites. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, the saints, Israel being a people for a place, right? And how were we worn out? Through slavery, through genocides, right? And what's that likened to today? There's no rest for Jake. Jake got to do 2, 3, 4, 5 gigs just to barely survive. And think to change times and laws, right? We're under the Roman calendar. We're under the Roman times. We're under Roman laws. The whole law system, the whole judiciary system is built after ancient Rome, in the image of ancient Rome. And they shall be given into his hand until a time, 100 years, and at times, 200 years, and the dividing of time, 50 years, so a total of 350 years, right? That's when Jake was asleep, 1619 to 1970, roughly, right? And then the awakening began with Elder Abba Bivens, right? And that's when Jake started to remember who they are, right? But it's the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai who has given us into their hands, right? It says here, and they shall be given into his hand. Whose hand? Esau, Edom's hand, until a time and a times and the dividing of time, 350 years, right? So now we're in the time where they shall remember in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves, roughly paraphrasing. That's in Baruch chapter 2. And think upon my name. That's the time we are in right now. Hosea 6, verse 1, and it reads, come and let us return unto the Lord Yahweh, for he hath torn, right? The Lord has crushed us, has torn us up. He's used Esau, Edom, his sword, on the left-hand side to tear us, right? The Lord hath torn us up, Israel being a people for a place. And he will heal us, and the Lord is going to heal us and make us right. He hath smitten, and he will bind us up, right? So looking for and hoping for vain help, right? You got to turn to the Lord, man. You know, and Jake, stiff-necked, stubborn Jake, they don't want to hear it. They refuse to hearken. Jeremiah 30, verse 15. Why criest thou for thine affliction, right? And Jake's always crying. We always crying. Us in this truth, we crying, sighing and crying. Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity, right? Because we went off. Our forefathers, and we are our forefathers, reincarnated, went off running after idols, transgressing the laws. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee, right? The Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai has done these things unto us, right? And the only way back is through the Son, Yahushai. Deuteronomy 32, verse 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, right? And this is why the Lord did these things to us. Us being a people before a place, Israelites, right? We made him jealous by going after strange gods, lowercase g's, lowercase g. Other deities. Went after Serapis Christos. We went after Baal. We went after the moon god. We went after Buddha. You name it, Jake went after it. Deuteronomy 32, verse 16, once again. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations, provoked they him to anger, right? And that's why the Most High crushed us, man. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not, right? Went after everything like a whore, a whoring after other gods. And that's why Jake gets hemmed up, man. Right? Look at all the judgments that are going on right now through Jake. There's like 40 dead and counting in certain states from this storm that just blew through. Right? And Jake's still going to call on Jebus, Serapis, and other gods. Stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. Shalom to the hopeful elect.